93.7 FM. Hack Radio.
Engage.
So we're good. We're live.
We're live.
This would be what? Well, this would be episode 13.
13. Yeah.
This is the cursed episode.
It's a good number. Lucky number 13.
But the thing is, we are on this fancy schmancy new hardware.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
It's an upgrade.
I hope people can hear the difference.
Yeah.
I mean,
a comment would be nice.
It costs 150 minerals, 150 gas, and took like a minute and a half. When the upgrade complete.
Yeah.
You guys don't play StarCraft.
Oh, I thought that was Minecraft.
I thought you were talking about iPhones
Minecraft?
again.
Yeah, because you manufacture stuff out of different stuff in Minecraft.
I didn't play it long enough to care.
It seemed a lot.
I've never played it, so but
I played the Xbox Live indie game ripoff, Total Miner.
Yeah.
Mine Man.
And then they realized how bad it was and went and actually bought Minecraft.
Yeah, but it was like $1, and I only had like so much money left on my Xbox Gold or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna put more money on it because this is useless. So I'll just buy this.
I think I'm gonna lay my mics here.
I want to lay my mic on my stomach.
Yeah.
Like this.
Just don't gurgle.
Gurgles. I mean, that's what you hear.
Indigestion.
That was
it like
one of the reasons why I tried to get the microphone, the mic stands built. I wanted them built, man. I wanted comfort.
Well, this is a lot more comfortable than being like spooning in my computer room.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of spooning in your computer room, who are we?
No,
I'm Mark Langell.
And I'm Mike Byrne.
I'm Matt Flowers. I didn't say my last name.
Yeah, you
I
forgot it for
too late.
But yeah, I'm not annoyed. I'm actually really glad we have a really comfortable setup.
Yeah.
But it puts a lot of my soundproofing's now gone to waste.
No, because that's true.
Because
well, you never know when you want like an impromptu recording session if you're like
that's
someone
true, I guess.
if Blake, you catch them in your room.
I'm not throw a net over.
The worst part of this is I was kind of happy with the small mixer. We have a small mixer as well as a big beast of a mixer, which we actually went with the beast of a mixer because the small mixer don't work for crap.
Well, see, it's a food chain. It's bigger, so it'll eat the little one.
But I was so happy because it was going to be like, well, I'm trying to make the mic stands able to be just take apart so simply, and so that if we want to do recording at Matt's house, it's not going to be an issue. Record at my place, not going to be an issue. We can carry this. I have a bag that I had ready to go for everything to be dropped into. We just take it and go. And
like
now we got to use the mixer from 1988.
It looks about 40 pounds.
Oh, it's heavy. It's solid state.
Because when you sent me a picture of it, you sent me a picture on my phone, and I was looking at it, and I looked at the brand name, and I was like, did they even make Realistic anymore?
No, because that was Radio Shack.
It was on Stranger Things, Realistic. Product placement.
Well, I mean, it was made in, I think, that model, I looked it up, it was 1988, 1989.
This is
that's good quality
younger.
stuff, really, when you think about it.
Sorry?
It's good. My Atari 2600 still works.
It's because look at the, if you can see into it and look at the hardware.
There's no moving components.
Oh, it is beast. It's a beast.
It's like a World War I tank.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's why your Super Nintendo is going to outlive your PlayStation 2.
That's right.
Because there's no moving components. It's just
no discrete error.
You just put it right in.
Yeah.
Goes on. There's no booting. Yeah, there's no spinning mechanics having to like do anything.
Absolutely no one pressed the little button down the cartridge. They just ripped the cartridge out.
I push the button every time.
I never do.
I take care of my things.
No, I did too. Maybe I'm just a savage.
I was very conscious of how I did things with.
I
never ever pushed a tray door on a DVD player.
Oh,
or
me
CD
neither.
Player.
No,
I always pushed the close button.
Mother was one thing she used to do was like the CD tray on a computer. Mm-hmm. She wouldn't press the button and push it. She'd go and just pushing it. I'm like, Mother, what are you doing? Stop that! She's like, what? It takes too long to push the button. I'm like,
well, I'm hungry now.
You had that whole half a second.
What are you gonna do with half a second to save? Travel the world. But
yeah, so I hope everybody hears a nice difference.
Hopefully,
I'm kind of holding this
the
in a
levels
funny
look
angle.
Beautiful to tell you guys that.
Well, that's good.
Thank you.
Beautiful things are nice to look at.
Do you want to trade a beer? I want to try the raspberry beer.
Yeah, sure.
We're also drinking again tonight. We drink every episode now.
It seems to become a.
That's fine with me.
That's fine with me too.
Because hanging out and having a beer, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm drinking Bud Light and Lime, my old nemesis. I'm kind of holding this kind of at an angle to my face. because I don't want to actually. I want to hear my voice, but I don't want to actually hear any of my breath. Because this so sounds like with breath.
Hey.
Could you pass that over to Matt?
Oh, I can.
Well,
I'll be your beer mule.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mike.
No.
It doesn't go unappreciated.
Yeah,
Thank you
it's
very much.
not tireless and thankless work.
Yeah.
So
Like being a healer in WoW.
I prepared a quiz for tonight. I forgot it, but it was only 6 questions long, so I can
You remember the
it.
questions?
I do,
Wow. That's good.
because I've worked hard on it.
I don't
That's
work
cool.
hard.
Yeah.
I don't work hard.
You don't work hard. You play hard.
I'm glad you came with content because
Because I told him on the walk here, I was like, I got nothing.
I mean I spent all my day.
Well, you were
really
setting all this
did.
up.
I
You
really
were
did
setting-
try, guys.
you got
I
all
want
this
you to
set up.
know that I did try.
Well, that's fine. I mean, you got
I mean, you
stuff
got
to
this
do, and that's
going and it's
completely
working.
understandable.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were editing late into the wee hours of
Oh
last
god,
night.
I was editing till 12:30 last night. Then like I had to go because I had a call around 11 or quarter to 12, and it was exporting. Like it was the audio was exporting, and I had to make the video, and then that had to export. So I was like, oh god, hurry up!
Oh, exporting. So that's the worst part of doing anything.
Because you're waiting, and like, I usually export and then like go take a shower, cook supper.
It's gonna play that Tom Petty song, "Waiting."
That's a good song.
Yeah, it is the hardest part.
I laughed so hard today. Drover he made a funny joke that wasn't at my expense. He
What
said,
a rare thing.
I know. And he said something like, because I was listening to Tom Petty. I absolutely love Tom Petty. He's one of my favorite artists.
You know me and my relation with Full Moon Fever.
Yeah, we got to tell that story eventually.
Yeah.
I have no time like the present. But I was listening to Full Moon Fever, actually.
That's great.
And I had it on, and Drover said, you know, if Tom Petty calls you ugly, that's an insult. And I just started laughing. And I was like, if Tom Petty thinks you're ugly, you are fucking ugly. You are the ugliest human being ever.
Tom
Because
Petty.
he looks like
that's so mean.
a pedophilic scarecrow.
He does kind of look like a waxy corpse.
Yeah. You can play a vampire.
I think he took the line to the Nickelback song where it says, "We will stay skinny because we just won't eat," to the nth degree.
To the heart, and he was
Sure.
like, "Oh yeah."
I'm
That is
talking
me.
to Finch right now.
Yeah.
He said, hey, still interested in recording tonight? Nick Lewis is coming over and we're going to chat. Would love for you to join us. I said, we're recording ATM at the minute, not
Yes.
automatic tank mailer.
That's the
Yeah.
mouse.
Words. And she said, oh, nice. Okay, well, I'll keep interrupting you because I'm a dick. Hey, lol JK. You're not kidding. We will be up late if you want. We'll be up late. So if you wamped to me to patch you in later, let me know. Okay, I will, Finch.
Tom
It's
Petty's alright.
ignorant to cut somebody off.
Yeah.
So-
You're just you're having a good
What's
conversation.
up, Jeff?
I remember at one point we were talking in episode 12, and I was just to cut you off right there, and then we all started laughing.
Did I say that?
No, I said it.
Okay, just
Because
to cut
you were
off.
talking, and I wanted to cut you off. So I was like, just to cut you off real quick.
I'm speaking now.
I'm so scared of episode 12. Should I be as
No,
scared?
it
as
is.
I-
It's
I listened
hilarious.
to-
I was laughing so hard.
I listened to
editing
like the
it.
first
Is it-
10 minutes, and I was like,
We're talking over each other a lot, but
I'm
it's
sure
fine.
it gets messy towards the end.
It's fine.
It seemed like it was just a mess. And then,
No, it was fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was
anyway,
but-
go listen to episode 12
Yeah,
if you haven't listened
and
to it.
know what we're
already.
talking about. We were so drunk.
Fine.
I don't remember anything we said or did. I don't remember touching Jonah's face.
What was the song I was singing?
I don't know. And I took that little clip and I saved it.
Yeah.
Keep it real good. And I was hoping you were going to keep going so I could remix it.
I have to listen and hear what.
That could
what
be
you
enough
guys
to make a
think I'm
remix
singing.
out of, though.
So
You could because you have mad editing skills.
add editing.
Ad editing, yeah. Return of.
Callback.
So have you guys heard of the game Lego Dimensions?
I have, and I've heard a lot of
Yeah.
good things about it.
It's
I
pretty
don't-
fun. It's
Is it
pretty
really? It
fun.
looks fun. See, I love Lego.
Isn't there a
It's-
year
it's
two?
great because when you buy a character,
God,
you
this
actually
smells
have
amazing.
to put it together.
This
You have-
smells good.
It is. It doesn't it? It's really good. I'm drinking a raspberry beer by the way.
Raspberry wheat lager, lightly
By
filtered
Garrison-
ale. Lightly
Garrison
filtered.
Brewery in where are they? Can you see? Because
Garrisonsville.
Oh my god, this tastes so good.
It's like a party in my mouth, and everyone's invited.
Yeah.
it's Garrison Brewery.
It's like a party of mouth and everyone's having sex.
It's You can taste the raspberry.
That'd be
Like,
disgusting.
right off the bat, the raspberry is there.
Because when you first tasted it, we were just cracking open some beers, and Mark cracks his open. He says, "Oh, it's a raspberry beer," and he drank it, and he was sort of looking like kind of away from it, and he looked towards me with this little smile, and I started laughing because it just looked so perfect.
It was a good time.
Good endorsement.
Anyway, so I'm going to
Dimensions.
go back to Lego
Sorry,
Dimensions.
cut you off.
See,
Yeah.
Isn't it like Skylanders, but you get to build the things?
Everything that you get. So when you go buy anything, you got to put it together. You actually have to put it together.
Like real Legos.
And
Yeah.
I heard
everything is real Lego.
someone summarized it as like the land of dead IP. It's like all these
It has all this
anything. There's like
The first year
Scooby-Doo
has
and Doctor Who,
and
all these other like what
DC
is
What?
superheroes.
Doctor
it
Who?
has
The Simpsons?
Lord of the Rings, The Simpsons.
Which Doctor Who? That's important.
all of them.
All 12.
All 12. I listened to a podcast today where they had the guy, one of the guys from who worked on the game, was being quizzed by like a fan,
So
and he had said that every Doctor is in
So
it.
what happens is, okay, so if it's like the Ghostbusters, because the Ghostbusters are in it,
Both of
you
them?
get
New and old?
Peter.
So,
You get Peter.
Peter Venkman.
When you finish the Ghostbusters level, you get access to be any of the four.
The 4 good ones or the 4 bad ones?
The 4 new ones.
Oh,
Old
4
ones,
bad
sorry.
ones. So, the 4 male.
Don't say anything until you see
Now.
the movie.
Now,
True,
there's a
okay.
year 2 coming out.
Sorry?
Year 2.
There's not going to be an annual sequel like Call of Duty. They're not going to release a new game. It's just a new set of
Wave.
toys you can go and buy, and then it unlocks
It
new
adds
things.
on. So,
Okay.
one of them is Harry Potter.
Never
Right,
been
Harry
interested in
Potter.
Harry Potter.
Okay.
But just
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, that's my jam. That is.
And you should see the level for Sonic the Hedgehog. Totally Sonic level, but little Sonic Lego man running through.
Oh my god.
It looks ridiculous.
Gotta go fast.
B.A. Baracus, D18.
Mr.
The
T.
18.
The Mr. T.
The Mr. T.
Oh.
So-
I pity the fool, Mr. T.
So,
in
what, in with
Lego.
Sonic?
In Lego.
Yeah.
As Lego, in
What
this
about,
game,
what about Howling
with
Mad
Sonic,
Murdoch?
with Doctor Who, with Bart Simpson and Homer Simpson, and
I think there's like Back to the Future in there as well.
So
And-
Marty
Back to-
McFly,
Marty
B.A.
McFly.
Baracus, Sonic, Harry Potter,
Yeah.
and the T-Rex from
Slimer.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Kicking
Jurassic
ass.
Park.
Yeah.
There's what
'cause
else? E.T. They're adding
yeah,
E.T.
any Lego game there ever was,
No.
plus anything else that's not
Yeah.
owned by Disney.
But why?
Yeah.
What do they do? What's the point of this?
It's just
It's
you ever
it's
see
a
these
game.
Skylanders or Disney
No, I've
Infinity
never
or like
actually
those
looked into
Toy
it,
Story
'cause
games
I'm
where
an
it's
adult.
just
Basically, you
you're
have to
denying
own,
yourself so
I
much
don't have
fun.
kids.
Well,
so.
yeah, that's probably. I played a lot of Toy Story 3, the game, because
Toy Story 3
super into it.
Gave me the feels by the end.
Also,
Like, I loved Toy Story so much when it first came out.
those Lego Batman games are great.
Yes, they are, I have to
and
agree.
new, they're adding the new Lego Batman character to it.
Yeah,
Will it be
Character,
voiced
so
by...
the Robin is going to be the Robin from the movie, not.
Chris,
okay.
Did you
Um,
see it? Have you seen the trailer for Lego Batman?
No.
Robin is played by Jonah Hill.
Oh, your favorite.
God.
And
Oh yeah, because he was in the Lego
you should-
movie.
He
is that?
looks like he wears those glasses that make your eyes look like 10 times too big.
like Coke bottle glasses?
Okay, yeah, so he's that big.
and he's very effeminate, and it just
What?
looks like it's going to be super
just like
funny.
real life.
The Lego Batman movie. And so, what else did they
Was
say?
Will Arnett going to voice...
Batman,
Yes.
yeah,
Batman?
because it's the
Yes.
Batman from the Lego movie.
Okay, good, because he was a good Batman.
Yeah.
Now they do.
I love
do
anything
a
Will Arnett does.
crossover of the Lego Batman movie and the regular Lego
Lego
Batman
movie.
in
Oh.
the Lego Dimensions game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they drop into.
Oh yeah,
Cloud
because there's a
Cuckoo
whole bunch of
Land.
different versions of Batman in that game too.
Yeah.
Like there's the Lego
Val
Batman
Kilmer.
from the movie, like the Lego movie Batman.
Yes.
The Lego Batman game Batman. I think there's like, I don't.
How many
just
versions?
just in from what we've played, like my son has owned it since last Christmas, and I think we got through maybe 4 levels.
Mm.
It's ridiculous how because
It's just
Levels
a
are
gigantic.
long.
It's just a gigantic big sandbox to go and
Yeah.
do things and collect things and do missions and
yeah,
like
it's
all the Lego
fun.
games.
The the Lego movie, if it didn't have that weird sort of real life sort of Will Ferrell aspect to it, and it was just Legos, I think it would have been better. Then that damn song gets in
Everything
my
is
head
awesome.
all day. Because I remember one day, Aaron will walk by and he'll say just a word. And usually it's like wasabi, and you're like, okay, Aaron. And one day, and you're talking to someone, Aaron come up, and you'll be mid-sentence, and Aaron go,
In the butt?
penis? And you're like, Christ, Aaron.
Where did that come from?
Exactly.
But yeah, Aaron walked by today, and he's like, everything is awesome. And I was like, Dad, dude, put that evil on me.
You had it in your head
all
at that
day,
point, didn't
all
you?
day, until like
Yeah.
an hour ago.
They say if you finish the song, you can get it out of your head.
I don't remember all the song. I don't remember
You
the.
just take out your. Oh no,
No.
you guys are not allowed to have your phone.
No.
Like,
Sans
hold
loud.
on, I gotta go
On
to
the
the washroom.
weekend, I kind of bend the rules and not.
Yeah. On a
Wear my
Saturday,
sage
how does that
glasses.
work?
You rebel.
Anyway, we're talking woke.
Let's not talk about. We're listening.
We're not talking woke.
We
we're
don't.
we're podcasting.
This is our work. This is our job.
I wish.
We gotta update our Patreon, man. I haven't updated that stuff since episode 7.
People would give us money.
There could be pennies sitting there.
Yeah, they could be like potential pennies.
It could be
Like
like.
potential
Canadian
energy.
pennies that no longer
dollar?
exist.
Like a Canadian
Is it $1
tire
a
money.
month or $1
$5.
a week?
$5 a month.
Low.
That's what I set it to.
Jeez.
Oh, okay.
Because you could put end of project or end of a month. I was like,
Okay.
yeah.
But we haven't. Well,
We don't have any subscribers.
You would have to have a pretty good incentive.
I think we're fighting an uphill battle with our podcast coming out of Labrador City.
Although we just
Labrador.
gained 2 subscribers this week on
Yes, we did.
YouTube.
We have 17 now.
Cool.
So, I mean, slowly but surely we're moving up there.
Well, the
Yeah,
thing is,
and I mean,
we're going to need a decent amount of content.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And
that's what I figured.
Yeah.
that's fine with me. You know, I'm fine with doing this because I enjoy doing
Well,
this.
that's why you can
Well-
keep your sound acoustical Tim Hortons
Right.
smelly room
Yeah, my
on the
smelly
go.
room with
In
the
case you want to
falling
like,
off the walls.
you want to do
Smelly
like some
room.
solo creepypasta reading or something.
Solo. The booster solo. Sorry.
Solo.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I actually had a good idea. And I mentioned it to you. I listen when I'm at home and I'm playing WoW or whatever I'm doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Doing the dishes. I've sort of exhausted my supply of immediate podcasts.
Okay.
The big 3 podcasts, I listen to every one of them.
Yeah.
XFM, all the seasons are done. I'm really listening to reruns now and then, but what I've discovered lately is I really enjoy is people reading creepypastas or reading creepy real stories.
Okay.
Like ghost stories, stalker stories, stuff like that. And it's like shout out to Darkness Prevails, shout out to Hellfreezer, shout out to
If you wanted to listen to a pretty good one, there's the No Sleep podcast. It's pretty good.
is that the guy with a monotone voice?
No, because there's one dude, he has different readers every week. He comes in and he just, he's a pretty monotone voice. He just introduces the story, and then they have a different reader. And there's
don't they have celebrities read it?
sometimes it's a pretty high end. Like that's Buddy's full time job now is doing that.
'Cause I remember.
Alec Baldwin.
No, it's not that big, but
He's just
Oh,
he's
okay.
he's random Canadian. This dude, and it's only now his full time job because of Patreon.
I just steal
So
that
he's,
Bud Light line now.
no problem.
He's
Did
doing
he
pretty
have
good.
Mark Plyer read a story?
I don't
Ding,
think so.
ding.
They're more just like dudes.
As much as they're not twist off. Here, there's my
Why?
multi-tool. Hold on.
Matt, get to the 21st century.
It was made in the 21st century. Get out of town. But yeah, so shout out to Mr. Nightmare, my absolute favorite Mr. Nightmare. Shout out to Corpse Husband. Shout out to Hellfreezer, like I said.
Let's
They're all-
Read on YouTube. He does.
Yes, let's read. He does good ones too.
Yeah. Don't get confused with the booktuber. Let's Read.
But they're all
One
all
is
so
with
good.
apostrophe S and one is not.
One,
One is just a dude talking about science fiction
So
books.
one is true English and one's not.
Yeah.
I think Let's Read is actually, I think he's Irish.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just
No,
go
I think-
say "Let us read" instead of
Maybe
also
we,
another
maybe
option.
that's,
Canadian.
wrong English?
That's
and,
what I
and
can call it.
L-E-T-S
that's
read.
let us read. That's what I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
No, I'm
let
not
us
going to do
read.
that.
Let us read, baby. You're saying?
I think Hellfreezer's Irish. I don't know. I don't remember right now. But yeah, that's what I put on the background when I'm wowing it up
Yeah.
and I'm dropping my fat, DPS damage per second. You guys
Your
are
what?
nerds.
Down syndromes per
Uh-oh.
second? I got it.
But yeah,
You'd say anything negative. You just said a word.
we live in a good part of the country for sort of scary stories, ghost stories, folklore, stuff like that.
There's that podcast out of Cornerbrook.
Oh, effed up stories.
Yeah. What a,
Shout out to
Really?
I seen it on
Effed Up
CBC
Stories.
News the other a couple months ago.
Yeah.
There's this dude who's like, yeah, this is pretty great. It's like he gets people to email in their true ghost stories, and he just like reads their encounters.
I've actually sent them in a story about my own personal experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
You listen to the show?
I've listened to a few episodes. Yeah. Shout out to Effed Up Stories on Twitter.
See, I can't get into that stuff.
I love
don't
it.
believe it, so I guess.
You spend one night in my basement, mother's basement. What do you believe?
Can I have beer?
No.
Because you can't drink yourself into a stupor and pass out.
Well, you can really, but
Yeah.
I plan on to tonight. But
A ghost stupor.
excuse me.
Yeah.
I wonder how it's going to sound. My burp's going to sound tonight.
Well, it'll sound nice and clear.
They taste like
due
bacon.
to new audio equipment.
High fidelity.
And the person that gave us the equipment, he said not to say his name, but I wasn't going to say.
It was.
Thank you very much. This is wonderful.
Thanks a lot, Terry Fox.
That's right. Terry Fox gave it
Before
to
he
us.
died,
He willed it to
Opened
us.
up
He
a
knew we were
wormhole.
going to start this. He was
he
very...
put it in a time capsule, buried it in the ground.
Time-space continuum.
Yep.
Oh my
The
God!
negatives.
I gotta tell you something. That speaking of Terry Fox, I have a friend. All my friends have kids,
Except for me.
and well, okay, sorry.
Way to make me feel like
Americans know who Terry Fox is.
No.
They should. I think some do.
Well, they probably don't.
Question of the week: American. Do you know Terry Fox?
Jeff
Yeah,
Finch.
Jeff.
Joe
Do you know who
Statzer. Nick.
Terry Fox is?
Jay Fox, maybe him.
Jerry
What's
Fox.
the deal with cancer?
But
Wow, that's disrespectful.
What's the deal
So-
with having only one leg?
this was the past week. The Terry Fox walk happened, and when you're in school, they take all the kids out and they do the little
Oh.
walk, and that's fine.
I remember doing that.
Yeah. So a friend of mine, it's her kid's first year. He's in kindergarten.
Kindergarten's got to go with the grade 12s.
Yeah, and he's a little bit of a hard ticket, and he's gonna be trouble, but in a good way, I guess. I mean, all kids are trouble, really. But he comes home from the walk. Oh my God, what was it he said? It was really good audio. I can't remember what he said. It was a text that someone had sent to my wife. He said, "Mommy, we all had to pretend we had cancer, and then we died like Terry Fox. We had to hop around on one leg." And she said, "I don't think that's what happened."
No.
That's not. I don't. It's a lot different than the Terry Fox walks that I remember doing.
Yeah.
Curriculum nowadays has just gone down the hole.
Oh,
Thanks, Dwight Ball.
remember Charles Pickett telling me a joke that I didn't find particularly funny. I just found it crazy, like edgy. He said, "How do you kill a fox?" I said, "How?"
Yeah.
He said, "You cut its leg off, make it run across Canada."
Yeah.
And I said, "That's not." Okay, first of all, it's not really funny.
No.
Secondly, it's
That's
just
the
Crass
joke.
almost. Okay, that was your.
Oh, I
segment.
just
Okay.
messaged Finch and I said, "Do you know who Terry Fox is?" He said, "Sounds familiar." ... Runner, sprinter.
He did
Well,
run.
He's half right.
Yeah, he did have that.
Yeah.
It says,
Do
did
we
you
need
ask?
to-
Okay. Well, obviously
So
he
I'll
didn't
leave it at
Google him
that.
because if he said that.
Do we need
So-
to explain to people who Terry Fox is?
Okay.
Yeah, he said, was he the one who lost the leg? Okay, so you know what?
Yes, he did.
Props to Finch. Okay, yep.
Okay.
Got it.
Yes. Actually, they're making a movie of Terry Fox.
Who's gonna play him?
Terry Crews.
What's his name? Was in Third Rock from the Sun.
French Stewart?
John Lithgow.
No. He just had a resurge of
Yeah.
popularity.
It looks like
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
It looks
Yeah,
like a Q-tip.
that's what I heard. Now,
I can
maybe
see
I'm
him.
wrong,
He takes a lot of weird roles.
but it seems to be working out for him. He seems to be doing
Yeah.
stuff.
He's the
lately.
only one besides John Lithgow because he's a child.
Actor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
Well-
mean Looper.
Well, he's
he came back with
prepubescent.
Looper.
Looper was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
Never
I've seen him in so
It's-
many like
you should see it.
weird.
He was in Batman, Dark Knight
Yep.
Rises.
Return.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dark Knight Rises.
That
With
one.
Bane.
Yeah, as Robin.
Yeah. Well.
They
Yeah.
say Robin at the end.
Because he's like, well, why don't you go by a true name? That's such a nice name, Robin. And I was like, what?
Stop that.
And then he finds the Batcave. What is
That's
Finch
not
saying?
canon.
Didn't
Robin
even
wasn't
have to
actually named
Google it,
Robin.
said Finch. Oh, well done. The American.
I just like the way he said that. Didn't even have to Google it, said Finch.
Well, I'm sure.
As he
Yeah.
walked towards the refrigerator to get himself a drink.
See, now this is why I want to do creepypastas, because I got the enthusiasm for it.
Yeah.
I'm sure we wouldn't know any random American thing. Maybe.
I know
Probably.
quite a bit of trivia
Yeah.
in my brain. Don't know a lot else.
Okay.
Like I don't know how to sew a button back on, but I know how to. I know some good trivia.
You don't know how to sew a button back?
No, I don't.
Really?
It's one thing I
Do
meant
you have
to
any
learn.
thread and a needle?
Yes, I have a sewing kit.
Okay.
Made sure to buy one.
Okay.
Google's there. YouTube.
Google
Find
is
anything.
there.
You can find
There
anything.
you go.
My
You can
nan is leaving tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I really meant for her to teach me how to do that because I was going to rip a button off and be like, hey, Nan, we're going to put this back on.
Now you have to teach me.
Yeah.
My parents will.
You got to teach me, Nan. And then,
It's not as hard as one would think.
no, but
The biggest thing about putting a button back on is not putting it on as tight as you think you should be putting it on.
Because it needs to be pretty loose because you're
It
being
needs to
picking
be
at it all the
loose
time. You don't want to
because you
Yeah.
need to have that
Okay.
little bit of thread to keep when it's through the hole. A little bit of thread to keep between the two layers of clothing, right?
well, like I said,
But anyway,
excuse me, I didn't say that. But yeah, like I said, there was a video I seen recently, Lissy showed me, like 20 things people should know these days. It was like how to boil. No, it was like.
It's a good name for
no,
20 things people should know nowadays.
Did I say things?
Probably.
Things?
No, but it was like how to boil an egg, how to change a tire, and like millennials these days don't know these things.
I know fellas that's the same age as me and went to school with me that don't know how to do them kind
Then
of
they're
things.
dumb.
They just don't care to do anything.
Oh yeah, because
Well, the thing
You
is,
know?
like, if we corner Jonah and rip a button off, tell him to boil an egg, and take his tire off, he'd be lost.
Do you think
Here's
he
a
was,
peanut
though?
butter jelly sandwich.
We guys talking about you guys. That was a terrible impersonation of Jonah.
Oh, was it? Will he
He's
know?
his voice is much more
Feminine, soft-spoken.
soft.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't say feminine. I would say
I wouldn't
Except
say feminine. He's just
silky smooth.
Feminine, maybe.
almost
Like oil of Olay. Just
Chocolatey?
I don't know. It's just
they call him hot man heat now.
Yeah, for some reason.
yeah.
Undetermined reasons.
And I told everybody at work, and now they're going to call him. Hot Man Heat.
I told Justin.
Yeah.
I have to edit that name out. And he told everyone to know. I have to edit that out too.
You have to edit the work. It's just a name. Actually, take out the word.
I can take out the name like Quackles.
Now you can take it out
Quackles.
twice.
Yeah, I have to edit it twice.
Man.
Like, see, right there when I just said I can edit that out. And this right now I can
You're
edit
just
this out.
adding work to yourself.
Just cut this
Fine
whole
by me.
thing.
Got it all. I've had to do that before.
So
When we outed.
Now you cut that out too.
I
You just did it again.
I can quack it over, and I plan on it.
Yeah, there you
'Cause
go.
It adds,
Just quack over
it adds
the
a
word.
level of mystique.
Yeah.
Mother laughed. She laughed her ass off when I was telling when I
At what
quacked
part?
over hot gluing.
Okay, I was wondering what you said that she laughed at because.
She laughed at a lot of
Like-
stuff. She found the episode, I think, 11 or 12 very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really liked it.
Okay.
I think it was 12 she found. Yeah, 12 was the one with Jonah.
Well, I mean, we've
No,
really
11's one
come
with
into
Jonah.
our own in the terms of how we do these episodes, and I mean, the very first episode, I was kind of stodgy. I know I was, and I was trying to be stodgy because I was
I actually went back and listened to that recently.
God.
You know, it's got like 95 views now.
95.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
How long ago?
Holy cow!
It's like-
really?
Yeah.
I hope people are sharing it. That's what I want. I want
Yeah.
everybody to just share it out there. And,
It's got
and
more views than anything on the new
Well, it's been
channel.
around the longest. I mean, the video of Phil freaking out has like 300.
I suppose, yeah.
I also put it on 4chan.
Well, oh boy.
Yeah, and I got several likes and several dislikes. And I was hoping he'd become a meme, but he's since become a bit of a piece.
You just can't force a meme, baby.
No, you
can,
just
but
have to
it's
let
terrible.
it act natural.
Yeah.
Come
I
become
assumed
natural.
Phil was
Speaking
going
of
to be
coming
my,
natural,
Phil was
I made a
gonna-
mess.
but Phil was going to be my pet project.
Yeah.
But he sort of went to
Mm.
yeah. But yeah, so
You wanna have a quiz?
yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
let's do this.
Okay. So I only had like 6 or 7 questions anyway, and I can pretty much remember them.
Okay.
Are you ready? It's
I'm
just a
ready.
video
I was
game,
born ready.
general video game quiz. Like, it's pretty basic stuff.
Okay.
I didn't want to like go too in depth. or
Is every
anything.
answer going to be Mario?
I realized after the fact it's mostly Nintendo.
Okay.
I'm kind of, I guess,
You're biased.
Nintendo biased. Sorry.
Just in the questions,
So,
but that's all right.
first question. I'm gonna try and keep score in my head. Is who is the Blue Bomber?
The Blue Bomber?
The Blue Bomber.
I'm gonna say Sonic.
No, it's Mega Man.
Oh.
Burger's ready. It is Mega Man. And why?
Victory sip.
Yep.
Why is he blue?
Okay.
He's created by Dr. Light, like all the other robots.
Well, I mean, like
No.
no, like
Technological wise, why?
not
I think
canonically
it's
why,
because
but like why?
they
is he-
wanted to. I'm throwing this out here because I don't actually know, but I'm going to say I know it's because of the limitations of the NES hardware to display more than 3 colors in a sprite at once, or the surroundings. So they wanted to have him a different color than what they were using on the backgrounds or something like that to differentiate himself.
I'm gonna say because he wanted him to stick out from the enemies.
You're kind of both right.
Okay.
Well, yes.
Well, yes.
Kenji Inafune,
Yeah.
not the creator of the game, but the designer of the characters and the father of the game, basically, realized, because he was given the task of creating the characters, and the NES only has a color palette of 56 individual colors.
Right.
And of those, blue has the most different shades.
Right.
So he did want to make a character that would stand out more and be more defined, added more detail to him. So that's why he chose blue. I think he's even quoted as saying that he's only blue because of the Nintendo.
Yeah.
So you had 1 point, you had 1 point.
Yay.
So it was kind of like...
Now, when you changed your weapons, he obviously changed colors. So they obviously had to make them 2 shades of one color, so that when he changed over to another...
Yeah, he loses a shade here and there.
Yeah. But, I mean, if I remember Mega Man 2, when he takes the Woodman, he becomes like a lighter brown and a dark brown. And I know thinking about it, it must have been a hard time to program that, because palette changes in the NES was crazy hard.
Everything on the NES was crazy hard. Music, there's only like, I think 8 channels, and one of it has to be for sound effects. So like even some games, like when you notice there's like a pretty rocket soundtrack, it'll cut out sometimes when you're doing sound effects. Like sometimes like when someone will jump and there's a jumping sound, the music will cut out for a second, because it can only handle so much sound output.
That's right. Yeah.
But
It was. But I think the fact of the matter was they didn't realize these as limitations, because this was
it became
what they were dealing with.
It became challenges to overcome, and then.
But if you've never, okay, say you wanted to make the same game in the just even say right now in the Xbox One verse.
Yeah.
And you only needed, you said the TVs, you're still stuck on a CRT, 640 by 480. Highest resolution in an interlaced situation.
Yeah.
And you had all the colors that you could deal with. You could do anything you wanted, but they didn't have that, so they knew that they had to do it this way at the beginning anyway.
Yeah.
And it still took like a fraction of the time that it takes to make a game nowadays.
Oh yeah. Well, even you look at like game credits, like there's one dude did like the programming for like a lot of Atari games,
Yeah.
and a lot of early Nintendo games. It was like 2 dudes,
Exactly.
and now it's like this game credit is rolling after 10 minutes. Like there's more credits in this game than like the new Avengers movie. There's
And I think
there's like an Australian studio, there's a South African studio, there's an American studio. Like what the?
Well, they all have to be like sort of changed to like sort of regions, like Korean.
Yeah, but they also have
Atari
like
back in the 80s when they were making, they were just shoveling. They were making Wii shovelware basically.
Well,
they
the
were making
Atari
it
was like
so fast.
that was like the old west, because like there was no laws. Like Joe Blow in his basement could like program a game and sell it legitimately.
Yes,
as an
that's
entire
right.
game. Like you can't just like I've rigged up this game that works on a Wii U. And I'm going to sell it. Nintendo will have you shut down.
That's right.
But Atari was like, I guess you can do it. It works.
But that's what Nintendo started out with the NES.
Yeah.
Was they had that you had to have that seal of quality.
That-
it had to go through Nintendo to sell
Yeah.
it as an official game on their
And they
system,
still had
so-
bootlegs, like all those like religious games and those like other kind of like
Custer's
wisdom.
But they
Revenge.
came
Yeah.
in later after.
Yeah.
So
I think on the Super Nintendo there was even a chip they put on to like it just plays nothing other than Super Nintendo
yeah.
games. But
There's
then the
there's a
bootleggers
chip inside that has to be
Yeah.
there or else.
and the bootleggers even figured out a way to like
I played
plug in a
bootlegs.
game, and on top of their game, you can plug in an
Yeah.
actual Super Nintendo game, and it overwrites the chip. So like people are gonna pirate games no matter what, or like go around. So that's 2 points for you and 1 point for you, because you're kind of both right on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we,
So you're-
we both got that.
you're in
It
the
was okay. Go ahead.
All right. So
Sound good.
Mega Man, since we're on the topic,
Mega Man.
was released by Capcom.
Yeah.
Do you know what Capcom means?
Yes.
Not even a guess.
Captain Company.
No.
Nope.
No, it's not. It's actually no. It's Capital Computing. No, I know it's. I'm pretty sure computing is the second word.
You were pretty close.
I'm pretty close.
Yeah.
Computers.
Yeah.
Cap.
Think DBZ,
DVD.
like Dragon Ball Z.
That doesn't help me. Maybe
Sure.
Captain Ginyu.
Well, I mean, what
Captain
did
Ginyu computer.
what were all their little like little machines in little tiny?
Capsule.
It is capsule computer.
Capsule
Capsule
computers.
computer?
And
Really?
portmanteau word smushed at Capcom.
Yeah.
So like Capsule Corp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe Akira
I
was
always
like a
thought
big
it was
fan of
Captain
Capcom.
Commando because they actually released a game called Captain Commando for the arcade, where it was a
Capcom.
beat up. Yeah, Capcom did. And there was a little baby who drove around in a mech suit and beat up the bad guys.
That sounds Japanese.
Oh, it's very Japanese. Well, I mean, you got to remember that this is all from the 80s and 90s when basically
Oh, man.
anything that was out there was Japanese.
Mm.
Americans weren't really making much for the NES
No,
and the Sega.
they were
at
just
the time.
like shipping it in, slapping a name on it.
That
Rockman
was it.
became Mega Man.
Yep,
and that was it.
exactly.
But so that's 3-1.
Uh,
You still have a chance to catch up
Okay.
if you play your cards right.
That's okay.
I feel defeated.
This is a bloopy. This is a low, easy one. What
Did you
was?
look at me when you said the easy one?
'Cause you're an easy. You're an easy
You're
target.
easy
Thank you.
too, man.
Thank you.
So what was the first video game that Mario ever appeared in?
Donkey Kong. Arcade.
Donkey Kong.
Yes, it is Donkey Kong.
Donkey. Well, who is
Kong.
Donkey Kong?
It's Donkey Kong.
Legend of Zorldo.
Yeah.
And he wasn't actually named Mario in Donkey Kong. What was his title?
Jumpman.
I have no idea.
It was Jumpman.
Yeah.
It was Jumpman?
It was.
Oh,
Twofer.
okay.
Tied.
So,
Yes, boy.
there you go.
Yeah. I love you looking between me and Mark like constantly.
Well, yeah, because he's in the middle and
Yeah.
he sort of can't look in one direction. I can put up a mirror.
Can you pass me a beer, please?
I sure can.
Put him your beer, man.
Can you have a beer, man?
Oh, okay.
I love saying that to Joe because it just brings me joy
Bristles.
to see Joe's reaction.
Further.
It's James, one of the worst characters ever written. So
I find the Bud Light Lime is not. I've had them before
they're less slimy.
in the can, and they are less slimy.
Yeah.
The bottles is not as strong. I don't find.
Excuse me.
Are you drinking on something, Mike?
I got the gold standard of Coors Light.
Coors
Ugh.
Light. Yes, boy.
Silver bullet.
In a can too.
Yeah.
In a Canadian can. Not as near as thin as the American
Why
can.
don't you go just
Quebec
get a
Quaff
glass
can,
of water?
actually.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well, hey,
You know, it's like fucking in a canoe.
well,
I mean, it's like
Yep.
having sex in a canoe. It's like
Sex
fucking
in a
close to
canoe.
water.
Yes, I said that joke before, and people looked at me hard.
Mother loves Bud Light. Mother, father. Bud Light.
I'm
died
not a
for
big Bud Light fan.
it. Me neither, because I drink good beer.
I like to
Although I
try
like the Bud
different
Light Lime.
beers. Yeah. What happened there? What?
It's lime. I never had these in years. I wanted to
Oh, okay.
try it. So. No, but they'll go up to Fairmont and buy like the big cylinder of 60.
That's what a lot of people. Yeah. I go on many beer portages up to past the Quebec border to pick up.
I
never pick up for myself because I don't drink that much that I need to buy 48 cans every 2 weeks.
Cylinder of beer.
I have a friend in Ottawa. She met this gentleman, and her and him have since then become a very encased in the home brewery situation. So
Yeah,
it seems
homebrew,
like
that's
every
something I
week
can buy.
they're putting on a new batch, and it seems like they're always coming up with new batches. And she's a good artist, and she draws her own labels, and I've seen her draw her own labels, and they're pretty darn cool. Alison McAllister is her name. She lives in Ottawa.
I do enjoy homebrew.
props.
Homebrew is great.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'd like to try her and her boyfriend's brews, to be honest. So,
Fishing.
Allison, if you listen to this, send me some, please.
We'll review it on air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about free
For
endorsement.
sure. I would.
Okay, so how about we take a minute and review the beer that we have? Sorry to cut. No, finish the quiz first.
Yeah. Okay, well, there is 3 more questions. Are you ready for these 3 more questions?
Yes,
I'm
let's do
Tiger.
this.
In the average Tetris block, how many blocks are there? Like, how many blocks are in a
4.
piece of Tetris? Of Tetri?
4.
4. Because the
What'd you
word
say?
Tetris is 4.
What?
Did you say 4?
He said
Yes,
4.
I said 4.
Copier.
Well, it's easy
Well, I mean,
because
it's
everything. The long one is 4. The Z
Even the word
is 4,
Tetris
the block
it means
is 4.
4.
It's all 4.
The square.
Yeah.
The little sort of zigzag. The funny little Z.
And they're always in his backwards.
The upside down T.
The T.
When you start playing Space Invaders, how many rows of aliens are there?
5.
3.
There's 5.
Hey!
Crap!
I think you're actually ahead by 1 now.
I am.
You
'Cause
were.
we both got the 4 right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So this one, this is going to tie it up.
Dun, 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 dun.
And since this week, but when this episode airs, it will have been last week, marks the 20-year anniversary of the North American debut of the N64.
Wow.
What was the console set to be released as? Not the N64, Nintendo 64. What was its name?
Original
and even
name?
like announced in Nintendo Power as like, look at this. Psycho, look at this.
I go look at this.
Um,
See, I have
know
no
this.
idea. I'm not gonna lie.
I know this.
You know it?
Yes, I do.
I don't.
There was a word that they would have. It was going to be something Nintendo blank 64, but they had to take it Ultra 64.
That's Mark.
I
You
have
got
no
it.
idea.
That is it was the Ultra 64.
Ultra 64.
So we're tied up.
So you're
Yeah,
tied up.
Nintendo Ultra 64, but Ultra Games owned the copyright to the word Ultra, I guess, in gaming, so they couldn't use it.
True.
I just read that like almost this week.
Yeah. That's probably
didn't
because
know
it's
that.
been 20 years.
Yeah.
Little anniversary thing.
You can download an N64 emulator on your Xbox
I
One.
know.
Not anymore. They removed that ability.
Did they really?
Someone caught on.
That's
Oh.
not cool.
It was because there was a Windows
Yeah.
Windows mobile,
Windows.
whatever, like your little like Windows games app
Mm.
you can download on your Xbox One, and that could run an emulator. And it was going on for like years, and no one even noticed.
Really?
And then Microsoft only just recently noticed and took it down.
That's super
Crap.
lame.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I heard it wasn't that good anyway. I heard there was frame
Isn't that
rate
why you
issues and.
Isn't that why you
stuff like
sold
that.
Nick Blake your super high-end gaming laptop so he can run some N64 and GameCube ROMs?
Yeah, well, he wanted to run PS1 and GameCube ROMs.
I would
Is this
just-
really any ROMs?
Yeah, because it was like a really, like I'd say really high end. It was really high end
You
3
were
years
playing.
ago.
What was it? You were playing
Crisis.
Crisis 3,
Yeah, Crisis 3
On your
max setting
laptop.
60.
That's crazy.
and it was.
Crisis 3 max setting 60 frames per second. Sold Nick
You
Blake.
think you could handle Bomberman
And he-
64 ROM?
I don't know.
Listen, I played the ROM of Super Mario 64 on this laptop, and it handled it perfectly fine, and it looked
Oh,
good.
yeah. When I used to
Well,
work at the airport as security guard at night, I used to spend my job either reading books or playing N64 ROMs on my old laptop,
Yeah.
which was
the
Windows
one
7.
that couldn't handle Dead Space.
Couldn't handle Dead Space, but it could handle Conker's Bad Fur Day. And I beat it with a keyboard.
I hated that
Oh
game
my-
so much.
Your fingers must have been looking like
Yeah.
tree stumps.
It was pretty
after
bad.
that.
Of all
Well,
things.
I ran
Yeah,
out of DS
because they
games.
were all mangled and turned.
So you guys are tied up. That's a bummer the way you end
Come
up
up
with.
with a-
Can
Can
I put a
you?
little mark here? Bang.
You're gonna put a little.
Marcus over
You
here.
bang right
We
here.
can sort of edit this out. I gotta go pee.
Okay.
Or we just hold on. What do you want to do?
Okay. Do what you need to
Okay,
do.
I gotta. I'll
Up
be
to
right
you.
back.
We'll break the seal, Matt.
If you want to edit it out later.
Yeah. We can pause or we can continue.
Yeah, we can just ramble
We
on.
can talk to each
If
other.
you're gonna edit this out, you can find like a little tasty
friends
nugget,
without Matt.
and you can put a little like a.
Yeah, I was about to say I would love to get my hands on an N64 with a copy of Rogue Squadron.
Yes.
I something about that game. I'm
That
going
game.
back and I'm just like,
Yeah,
and that
pretty
is
good.
one of the hardest games to emulate.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, it's for some reason it just doesn't want to run on anything, and I mean I don't have a really super computer over in
Yeah.
but it was able to play like Batman, the first one,
Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum,
Yeah.
with no problem.
So it should be able to handle a 64.
You would think, but it could.
It might just be
chugged,
It
man.
might just be a bad ROM too, or it could be the emulator.
Or I
even.
have to set it up to use my specific video card to the
That's
best of
probably
its condition. But
Yeah.
I've been sort of seeing that that I wanted to go back and play those games again because it's been.
Yeah.
I just remember
20
having a
years.
lot of fun
Yeah.
with that game and because
I was more of a Shadows of the Empire kind of guy.
I like Shadows of the Empire too.
That was pretty good.
It was pretty good, but when I replayed that as well. I was able to get that running, and it actually didn't hold up. It was very repetitive. I found
Yeah.
it very repetitive, and I don't know. It just didn't. It didn't hold up to what my brain had said was good at the time.
Yeah, you look back on with rose-colored glasses, and you're like,
Yeah.
remembering. That happened to me with what game was it? That happened to me with. Oh, it was Master Blaster on the NES.
Blaster Master.
Blaster Master.
I love that game.
I love it too, but
It's hard.
it is very hard. It was very confusing when I was a kid because it was one of like the few NES games I had for a while. Although I ended up with a gigantic box of like hand-me-down games, so I ended up with a whole bunch of random ones. But Blaster Master was in there,
Yeah.
and for life of me, I think I spent like an entire summer just trying to figure it out.
It is so hard.
It's one of
It
those.
is a very hard game.
One of those.
Yes. Oh, okay. Come on down and talk to Mike, and I will go take care of my son.
Blaster Master is a great game. I recently just
I
rebought
love
it
that
on
game.
the 3DS.
Yeah.
I've been reliving it, and there's going to be a VGM Monday about that music because it is great.
the music in that. I just love that game.
Yep.
Yes. I will be right back. I have to go.
I've returned.
Microphone check.
Check. Am I on?
I'm gonna talk to me and my son again. Harambe. Memes.
I didn't know.
Turn up the funk. Turn down. Turn up the good. Turn down the suck. You watch
Well-
Fubar?
New. What's that?
It's like the Canadian Spinal Tap, but they're not in a band. It came out, I think it was like an early 2000s mockumentary. When I first seen it, I thought it was a real documentary, and I was so like concerned when it ended. But then I realized like, oh, this is fake. I've seen Spinal Tap before this, so I was aware of the concept of like a mockumentary and like, but it's these two Heshers from like Alberta somewhere.
Of course it would be.
And they're just where
posers.
like they live in a trailer. They have mullets.
I think you told me this.
And they have like little dirt sashes, and they have little half shirts, and they go around drinking beer and smoking cigarettes and frying up crap. And one of them,
See, it sounds so amazing.
they
so
recently made a sequel because fans were like, "We love it," but like this 12 years later, no one cares.
These guys have moved on with their lives.
And because they're not like in a band. Like one of them plays acoustic guitar and like whistles, but like it's mostly just these. Like I said, there's these two Heshers beating around like Vancouver or somewhere, or Alberta, like some in the west,
Edmonton.
the western
The West,
area.
we don't care about the West. It's all the same.
I've never been
right?
past Ontario, and I ain't gonna be for a while.
Yeah, past Lab City, I'll go.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
Well, I wouldn't go past Ontario.
Well, I got nothing. There's nothing in Ontario for me. Well, then again,
that's right. Retract it.
Lissy really wants to go to Toronto. And,
Toronto's not bad as long as you don't go in some sketchy areas at like certain times of the night.
No, we'd be super touristy. We'd be
walk around with like fanny packs and big like safari hats and
then,
cameras.
Yeah, and then like maps, just like a paper map.
Baccarat.
Yeah, well, where are we to? Where are we? Is this the Air Canada Centre? You know. No,
Gosh, honey, there's lots of colors around here.
Well, the thing is, we really trying to. She really wants to go, and I really don't mind going. Hockey Hall of Fame's there. There's lots of stuff to do. You know.
Toronto, you can go medieval times. That was a good place to go.
Oh, medieval times is amazing. Medieval times in England is another level.
That's just like normal everyday life for them. That's pretty boring, really. You just like walk down.
Oh, the Green Knight.
Oh, sorry, I just thought of England for a second. I just put in my brain of what was her name, Kate, whoever, the Duchess.
She is absolutely stunning.
My
God.
Speaking of the West and England, they were just recently in wherever.
Callowit.
Yeah.
Somewhere up north or something.
True.
And Justin Trudeau greeted them.
I know, and her face when she seen him was like, she was like instant wet. She was just like,
holy shit. She is so hot.
She has 10 out of 10. That look is great. I mean,
really high, like upper class, really well bred,
and like the brunette and the big blue eyes,
and sort of really nice sort of nose, nice cheekbones.
You're like,
but what I thought was funny was like it was a picture of her when she met Justin Trudeau. And she's kind of like hand behind like her ear and her just in her hair.
Oh man!
And it said that face you make when you're literally married to a prince, but you meet Justin Trudeau. And I started laughing because I was like,
yeah, because most leaders of countries are like
crusty old men,
stoggy old men, or like women or something, or like not women, but like
women can't be shit as sexist.
Old battle axes like Margaret Thatcher or whoever,
the Iron Lady,
just like,
or Angela Merkel,
or like W. Bush, like I don't know, Barack Obama was like you're like, oh look at that guy.
Cool. He's kind of hip and trendy.
But Justin Trudeau is like
30. He's 43, sort of. You know, kept his looks. He's very youthful.
Yoga.
He's a Muslim. He's a Muslim.
Whatever, man. I don't give a crap.
Just saying. I told it to someone, and Aaron. I told Aaron, he didn't believe me. He's like, no, you can't be a Muslim.
Like, Aaron, spell Muslim.
Aaron, you can't read. And and yeah, like
I am tired no more.
Kate is like absolute. I gotta say. 10, like you said, absolute 10 out of 10.
She has to be like one of the most gorgeous people on the planet.
Yeah, next to me.
But I was watching. I was looking at pictures of their visit, and I was like,
look at pictures of her.
No, because like check CBC for news and stuff, and like they have this like little like look at all these highlights from their visit, and I was like, my God, just her standing there, and that's it.
Little kid George wouldn't shake Justin Trudeau's hand or high five him because he came up. And Justin Trudeau, obviously, when you go up
whispered in his ear, "I could destroy you. I could end you."
Because it was a little comic strip I seen of like Justin Trudeau leaned down, like trying to high five. Was it Prince George or little dude George? I don't know his name. His titles.
He's probably Prince.
And Justin Trudeau's like high five me, big guy or something like that. And little George is like, show some respect, peasant commoners. Like, is it peasant Commonwealth man? And I was like, made me laugh. And Lissy sent it to me. And I was like, you would send it to me.
Oh yeah, you're on the edge.
What I jokingly refer to myself when I'm talking to her family is I'm a savage from the colonies.
We are.
Oh yeah, man.
We all are.
According to her.
Yeah.
Because she's, the sun never sets in the English Empire.
True.
In the British Empire. So, yeah. I mean, it used to never.
I was listening to the Jeff Finch experiment.
Oh yeah.
It was great. It was good.
It's alright, yeah.
The last episode was really good. I liked their little segment about movies.
I was getting stressed out.
Why are you getting stressed out?
Because I shared the phone because I have it on my phone doing dishes.
You're like, Jean-Claude Van Damme's not that good of an actor.
You said you just said John Clam Van Damme.
See, he's not even good enough. I can't get his name right.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, goddamn.
JVCD.
But yeah, I was laughing. It's like, I'm also from Brussels. And I was like, oh, yeah, and I was listening, sort of like I sort of paid attention really.
Yeah.
I was paying attention, but I sort of paid attention more at that point. And they never brought up Universal Soldier.
Yeah.
When they were talking about Steven Seagal, they never brought up Lethal Justice.
Oh my God.
When they talked about Jackie Chan, they never brought the Armor of God. And I was like, Operation Condor,
Mr. Nice Guy.
And I was like,
Super Cop.
yeah, they brought up Super Cop.
Well, I can't remember every single thing everyone ever says. Jesus.
Excuse me. That guy they had on, he's a funny guy. It's not Joe Stats, the other guy.
Nick,
I don't know his last name. He's a funny guy. None of Joe Stasser's not funny. It's just that guy's just especially funny.
you know they're listening, right?
Yeah, it's okay. Do you know what? It's just the thing. Do you know what Bud Light Lime does to me?
I've seen it.
I've become more animal
experienced
than
it.
man. Like there was
I'm more animal than man.
I almost bit. There's a certain Jessica who goes out with a certain Matt we both know.
Of course, yes.
I bit her ass when I was on. Last time I was on Bud Light Lime.
Wow.
I leaned down and bit her ass.
Well, I can't blame it, really.
It's very nice.
It was just like...
I walked into that one.
But yeah, these turn into these are like the full moon to my werewolf.
My werewolf.
Well, yeah, and I just become more animal than man, which is fine.
What are sorry to be completely random, but werewolf just brought it out in me. What is your Halloween or fall comfort food? Because it's becoming the season for spooky things.
Comfort food?
Comfort. I'd say the word comfort food, but comfort food as
Comfort
in
anything.
a medium. I gotta watch this movie. It just this time of year it just gets me into it. Or
it would have to be Halloween kind of movies, which would include obviously Halloween.
Halloween.
Pretty much that one and Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yep.
Obviously, and
anything.
Twin Peaks and X-Files.
Have you seen The Frighteners?
Yes.
We
talked about that the other day.
We were.
Love that movie.
Oh, I love that movie too. There's something about it. Well, I mean, that's not his fault.
I don't think he ever went to I think he...
I just read one of his...
down with his...
He just had an unfortunate series of events. I read his most recent
TV
memoir. It's actually pretty good.
His TV show...
Spin City?
Spin City did really well.
That's because he's noticed by the end he always had a roll of paper in his hands.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's why he left the show, is because he started getting to the point where he couldn't really...
What was it? What's it called again?
Spin City, we just talked about.
No. What's his ailment?
Parkinson's.
I should have known that. My grandfather had that. I should have known that.
You should be telling me.
I was thinking Tourette's. It wasn't Tourette's.
I used to work with a guy who, when he actually went on a... Excuse me. Michael J. Fox had to go into rehab there back in the 90s. And I think it was the early 90s he went into rehab after the success of Back to the Future and
that Teen Wolf movie.
Yeah.
That was such a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as Teen Wolf 2 or the Saturday morning cartoon show based on Teen Wolf.
He actually went to Nova Scotia and stayed at a bed and breakfast at a gentleman that I used to work with.
Really?
Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah, and he wasn't allowed to go to school and say that Michael J. Fox was staying with him. But he said it was really weird to go to the dinner table at 5 o'clock in the evening and having Michael J. Fox sitting there eating the same thing you're eating.
Calvin Klein.
Yeah.
He can stay in my room.
I guess that sort of that exact scene shows up in everybody's head because it's sort of like, well, it's as close to
this famous dinner table scene with him in it. Yeah.
But yeah, what this gentleman said, he said, just the nicest guy you could ever meet.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's Canadian, so
he's Canadian. So I mean, exactly. He knows how to treat people.
Like I said, I guess not recently, it was a couple of years back. I read one of his memoirs. He writes a couple of books, and this one's more dealing with his overcoming his illness or whatever. And he was at the Tour de France, but
Tour de what?
De France.
De France.
De France.
Anyway,
Je ne sais pas au français.
I just wanted to be.
Poutine.
I just wanted to be an asshole.
Bonjour.
He was at the Tour de France,
There you go.
and he
Tour de France.
he couldn't ride a bike, obviously. So he was just like
Just
there.
all over the road.
But he got invited by Robin Williams because he was just Robin Williams was like, come to France and just check this out. So he was there and he was just hanging out with like Robin Williams because Robin Williams was in like
He was actually.
he was
in
a
Tour de
big
France?
cyclist too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know
He
that.
didn't like win or anything. But he just did it because he's
I
Robin
like it.
Williams and he was a cool guy.
Also, has a hot daughter.
Named Zelda.
Yep.
Zorlda.
Zorlda.
Oh yeah. He's super big. Oh yeah, Zorlda.
Zorlda.
Yeah, there's
Not Zelda.
Yeah.
Zorlda.
No, he named her Zelda, but Zorlda is a.
It's a Jeopardy.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lady
Who
got-
is Zorlda?
Who is Zorlda?
Yes.
It was Danky King.
A Danky King.
Who is blue and collects goes lots
Goes
of rings
fast.
and really fast.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
Danky King.
They were so far off the money. So far off.
Well, you
Yeah.
know this person's never played a video game. One of them
Never.
But yeah,
Never.
Michael J. Fox and Robin Williams together, just being cool dudes, hanging out, being nice dudes. Like, yeah, Hollywood's not full of assholes.
No.
People. Well,
It's great.
except for those
Well,
two.
when they populate them with Canadians, I mean,
It's
Wasn't
true.
Robin Williams Canadian?
No,
No.
Ed Hart. Ed
but
Hart.
It's hard. It hurt.
Ed Hardy was a Canadian. He had Ryan Gosling's heart.
He had a lot
Took
of.
his tort out
He had a lot of.
He was like,
Canuck in
"Give me
him.
your Canadian heart."
like Kano.
Yeah.
Ripped it out.
Put it in his own chest. Connected all the ventricles and whatnot.
However it is, you make a man.
Yeah.
What is a man but a miserable pile of
Yeah.
secrets?
But I'm to talk. How about you, Smash?
We're at the 1 hour mark, gentlemen.
Oh,
did
dang,
we
really?
want to wrap this sucker up like a nice, pretty gift to all our listeners? Or
Yeah, I think
Yeah, sure.
we should
I mean,
probably
I'm glad-
wrap it up pretty tight.
I'm glad that we have new equipment. I'm sure it sounds really good.
Yeah.
I hope it does.
Sure,
If
picking
it
up all my-
sounds good or bad or whatever, just leave a comment in the
comment
section below. If you're listening on YouTube, if you're listening on iTunes,
Do you want to hear it in this quality, or
What do I
back
sound
to
like?
the old quality?
Oh,
and if you're listening on iTunes, why don't you just hit that button
I like
with the
that.
stars on it?
Yeah.
There's no like button on iTunes. It's a 5-star thing. Just
It's a star button.
put
You all
5
had to hear
stars,
that.
Put a little rating, like little review.
On iTunes?
Why not? On iTunes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said YouTube.
On YouTube is a
I
like.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really listening.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
iTunes is our least listened to platform at this point.
I don't know.
So,
Facebook
well.
is the biggest.
Yep. It's coming
Well,
that way.
according to the analytics, Facebook is where people outside of direct YouTube search find.
I think it's because it's so easy to access it.
Because it's right there.
It gives it to
It's
you.
an embedded link. It's right there.
It's where we
Yeah.
have the most followers
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly. That's cool.
because of my accidental spending of like $75.
Well, we got there's a lot of action on Twitter.
75?
Yeah,
Oh,
You
gross.
don't.
it's like 73 or 74. Because
It can't possibly be $5 a day.
because
Must
I
be a
read it
week.
and I was like $5. I thought it said $5 a week. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, give it, okay, go, and then for like
Yeah.
2 weeks or however long for it to make $78.
However long.
It was like going and going. We got like 11 likes a day, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
Nice.
And then like my credit card came and my balance I was looking at, I was like, holy shit.
You'll owe us $75.
And yeah, and I was like, ooh, we're gonna have to cut that off.
So,
But it gave us, man, a ton of likes.
that's perfect. If it gets us out there, and I mean, I apologize to your wallet. And,
Money is no object. Yes, it is.
well,
Is a
it
big
is.
object.
We
It's
all
probably
we
the
all
biggest,
know it
most
is.
important
It's hard
object.
to make, and you know.
For anyone who listens to this and is not in the province of Newfoundland or the country of Canada, we are in an economic crisis.
Yes, we are.
Mm.
We have to buy our own beer out of our own money when
Gosh.
we make our
Gosh darn.
podcasts.
But if we had more people on Patreon, we'd probably be able to have like a beer fund.
Mm-hmm.
I put the rewards for like whatever, like tip $20, and it's like we'll buy a bag of chips and eat them on air. And we'll like constantly thank you for literally sustaining our bodies.
Yep.
You can't live off
One
chips.
whole episode is basically just a thank you, or
Yeah, it's us eating chips like
Just
crunch. Oh, it's so good. Ooh.
I think I said this before, but I'll say it again. That if we can get enough people to submit enough questions that we can like
Submit to our will.
sustain an hour-long episode of answering listener questions.
I would love that.
I'd love
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to hit up that Facebook and just ask,
throw that
just
out
be
there.
like,
Hit up that
give
Jeff
us some
Finch man.
questions. We're about to record. Give us the questions. Facebook.
We need that Jeff Finch dude to ask us some stuff.
Can I say something to Jeff Finch, because I know he's going to hear it. So he's one of our faithful listeners, so I know he's going to hear. Dude, I'm going to work. I'm going to get to your request. I just throwing that out there.
I know
Get
the
to your
request.
That sounds super cryptic.
I have a new comic book speed draw ready in the wings to.
You don't read the
upload.
comments to our videos, do you, man?
Not really, no.
I do.
Yeah.
I read the comments.
I didn't. I am going to do it. I already had a request prior to Mr. Finch's. So, but next one.
Hey, that could be
Mr.
a
Finch's.
that could be a Patreon stretch goal. $5, you get a request.
You get a request on the comic speed draw.
First one's free.
So first one is free. Yep. So, shall we wrap it up, boys?
I think we should wrap it up here. Do you want? Okay.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. Subscribe to our podcast via iTunes
Yeah.
or podcast.com.
Tell a friend. That'd be really great.
Tell
Yeah.
a good friend. Don't tell.
Yeah, tell someone who's actually going to do something about
Yeah.
it.
Don't tell like your mom.
God.
Yeah. Share us on your Facebook. Let all like-minded people. I mean, we know who our audience is.
Well, you know
who
someone who is into this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just like say, hey,
Listen
these
to
guys,
this.
these guys need you. Come on.
You're like, hey, sorry, that's
We're not
stupid.
we're not asking for much. We just want you to listen. That's
Yeah.
that's our goal here, isn't it? Just to entertain you.
Yeah.
We're giving
If you can,
entertainment.
if you made it this far,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah, exactly.
I think this is a good place to end and cut it off, though.
Yeah.
I think we
All
can
right.
edit this out.
That's what the rabbi said.
Okay.
Thanks and goodbye.